My boyfriend 26, told me I deserve to be abused. I can't believe I'm about to write what I am, it makes me sick. My boyfriend 26, and I 24, have been dating for almost 2 years. He's an alcoholic and addict. He's been sober for the last 2 months. I thought him being sober would fix all of our issues, but I'm slowly realizing maybe he just is not the person I thought he was. The other night, we were laying in bed and I was saying how cute he looked in a photo of him as a little kid that his mom had sent in the group chat. He then went, "Yeah, I had a huge smile on my face because I wasn't abused like you were as a kid." I got quiet. I was sexually abused by a family member when I was 4 years old. I started crying and he apologized, but God, that hurt so much. It felt like he just took my most vulnerable spot and fucking used it against me. The next thing he did was I was making a joke about how when I get skinny. It's a meme where it goes, "When I get skinny, it's over for you bitches." I'm 5'5" and 150 pounds by the way. I started saying, "When I get skinny," and he interrupted and said, "Then maybe I'll notice you?" I was taken aback and I asked why he would say that. He said he was just going off of what I said and it was a joke. I'm insecure about my body, a lot of that comes from he has made negative comments about my body before. Lastly, we were just literally hanging out and he randomly said, "You deserve to be abused." And he laughed after. I asked if he was kidding and he said, "Yes, of course." It really hurt me though because he has hit me in the past, one of the main reasons for him getting sober. It makes me think if that's really how he feels towards me. One more thing, he barely ever kisses me anymore. He says he's just not a kisser and it's about him and how he's self-conscious of his breath. I wanted a kiss last night and he rejected me. I asked him if he could please show more affection towards me since it's my love language and it makes me feel wanted. He then said, "That's just not how I am. I'm not a big kisser. I wanted a ballerina, so are you going to become that for me?" He keeps saying how I'm stressing him out and making it hard for him to stay sober. It makes me feel bad and like I'm overreacting. What should I say when he says these things? Do I just need to let go of this relationship? Please help. Yeah, it sounds like the relationship is kind of a dud and it's time to move on to find someone who actually likes and respects you. This is literally emotional abuse. I don't believe him when he says he's joking. He knows he is hurting you with these comments and for some sick reason he gets joy out of hurting you. This person will crush your soul if you stay with them much longer. Do I just need to let go of this relationship? Yes. In fact, the only real question here is, why haven't you? You already know the alcohol isn't what's making him an asshole after all, so why are you taking his word for it that you're the only thing standing between him and doing what he wants to do anyway, when really it's just one more tool he can use to make you feel terrible? This isn't a relationship, this is a nightmare with someone who doesn't care about you or respect you. Him becoming sober has revealed his true colors, and you deserve better than someone mocked the abuse and I am so sorry that happened to you as a child. Yeah, I had a huge smile on my face because I wasn't abused like you were as a kid. This is one of the cruelest things I have read in this forum. You need to leave this asshole yesterday. Please. I was sexually abused when I was 4 years old too. And if I ever heard my boyfriend joke or bring up my abuse the way yours did, I would have left immediately and slashed his tires. That is absolutely not okay. No partner should ever invalidate your abuse or say you deserved it because you were an innocent child. Leave and don't look back. It sounds like you are going to try and hang on to an obviously bad person instead of breaking up like you should. But you were abused as a kid, so you'll likely stay in an abusive relationship trying to get him to love you. Be smart. Get out now. And stop going for douchebags. Or not. Your life. Leave. This is abuse and you don't deserve an abuser. You deserve someone who will help you heal and lift you up. Those aren't okay things to say to someone you love. This is, like, almost more weird than it is nasty. What a gross creep. Reread this post as if your best friend was writing it. Side note: if he's guilting you into feeling responsible for his sobriety, he's just not currently using drugs. Not really sober or in recovery. He's also abusing you. Make a plan for safety and get out of there. What the fuck? Why the shit are you even with him anymore? Are you not reading what you are writing? If someone you knew was saying these things about their partner, what would you tell them? I think you should totally dump him, off a bridge. He sounds like a disgusting, horrible, vile, nasty person. Move out, block him, ignore him, leave him, just get away from him as fast as you humanly can. Run. Run far away from this man and his never-ending issues. When he says that you will never find anyone better or that you don't deserve it, don't believe him. Refocus. And when he is finally nice to you and wants you to come back, remember this post and do not go back. He is trash. Please leave him and do not stand for his disrespect. The world is filled with wonderful men, there's no point in being with a fucking loser like that. Time hands clapping to hands clapping, leave hands clapping, my dear. Anyone who makes light of your trauma and your body sensitivities is a sack of dog shit in most people's books. I wanted a ballerina, so are you going to become that for me? Fuck this loser. You're so much better than that. This guy is so far from okay enough to treat someone as they deserve. If you stick around, then you can expect more of the same until he sorts himself out enough to treat you with respect. I usually try to stay constructive around here, but your boyfriend is a piece of trash. He's gaslighting you and potentially testing the waters on what he could get away with without repercussions. I'll bet that if and hopefully when you break up with him, he threatens to kill himself or start using again. Seriously, you've got to get away from this guy fast. It's not your job to fix him and he's only going to get worse if you stay. I have no idea why you're here telling us this and saying you feel bad in the comments when you obviously know everything about him and your relationship is wrong. Get the fuck out of there and off Reddit. Lol, first sentence and I already know this was fucked from the start. Edit, by the way, it seems the only reason you're with him is because you're still chasing your abusers. Happens to survivors a lot. You get used to it so you go for abusers. Get out now and get some counseling and find out how alcoholic drug addicts aren't already a red flag for you. He is the poster boy of asshole. Dump him. What the fuck? Break up with him. He has hit me in the past. WTF? Please do not stay with someone who is physically abusing you. It pains me that this needs to be said at all. There are so many red flags of what you have mentioned of how he treats you. First, he should never ever use your past trauma events as a joke. That's him not respecting you and not caring about your well-being. Secondly, he makes comments about your appearance that I don't think he should be, even if it's as a joke. Words can really hurt people in a long term than some people realize. I'm sorry, but you deserve so much better person who treats you better. He should never make you feel self-conscious about yourself and never should make you think you're the issue in the relationship because it's not. So you have a verbally abusive dry drunk who has physically assaulted you in the past. He's emotionally distant and encouraging you to leave. My advice is, let this be the last time you listen to him. Leave. Don't believe his bumbler act. I was joking. I didn't mean it. No one makes deep-cutting comments like that without aiming to wound. There's no point in trying to figure out why he likes hurting you. Most likely he's just some psycho sadist. No reason to stay and be his punching bag. Short answer? Yes. Quietly get your stuff together, move and block him and his family on everything. Fuck this asshole. Run op. And put him on blast. Girl, leave. He isn't joking, he is intentionally wanting to hurt you. Don't deserve this treatment or any bad treatment you had in the past. Yikes. This guy is a scumbag. Time to end it. First of all, he is always going to be an addict and an alcoholic. That never changes and he is only a hop, skip, and jump from a relapse at any given moment. Second, he has a history of abusing you. Third, just because he is now sober doesn't mean he is a good person. Boyfriends are supposed to love, care, support, and be a positive factor in your life. He most certainly is not. Life is short. Don't waste any more of your precious time with him. Throw the whole man away. I know it can be hard to leave people who aren't the best for oneself, but it seems like he doesn't respect you and I feel like he doesn't love you. He's sure not showing love through his actions. I really hope that you're able to get the courage to leave him because you deserve better than the way you're currently being treated. It'll be hard at first, but once you get past a certain point it will get easier. Yeah, I had a huge smile on my face because I wasn't abused like you were as a kid. When you get skinny, maybe I'll notice you deserve to be abused. And he has hit you in the past? Girl, come on. You're being abused in this relationship and you deserve so much better. Get the fuck away from this guy as soon as you can. It'll be a matter of time before he actually does harm you. You don't need this kind of treatment in your life, you deserve better. Addiction is a disease, and he needs help. But you are not the person to give it to him. Why? Because, while addiction can make people neglectful, it does not make them cruel. This person quite obviously enjoys hurting you, and that has nothing to do with a past of substance abuse. He is not good. End of story. Do what you need to do to make sure he can't hurt you anymore. You gotta go, Chief. I'm assuming you came here for validation that yes, this is horrendous. Yes, he is not a good human. Yes, you should break up with him immediately. Yes, you can give up on this awful relationship. Yes, yes, yes. I think he's saying and doing these things so you break up with him so he doesn't have to. So do it. That or he's on drugs. Either way, don't put up with this abusive behavior. Either he's self-sabotaging or he's really a complete and utter jerk. I wouldn't want to be involved. Stop with the excuses and just leave. You knew the answer before you even posted this. Location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag, location flag. He was abusive drunk and he is abusive sober. He uses your past trauma against you, criticizes your body, withholds affection, tries to silence you by saying you are pushing him to relapse. Read this again. This isn't love. Run. Those are some big red flags. He's definitely not a good person, and has a very low EQ. Leave him. Please let go of this piece of shit, you deserve so much better. Listen, dude, we only have one life. Is this really how you want to live yours? Ex-boyfriend. Girl, you deserve so much better than this, and trust me, it's out there. You have your own pain and your partner needs to be supportive and a best friend for you. The way he's behaving is wrong and you cannot stay with someone like that because it'll drive you into the darkest places. I know it's always tough ending a relationship, but you have to work up the courage for your own well-being. Find a friend, family member that you can confide in and that can support you through this. I would also consider trying some therapy after you leave because it can truly help. Good luck. He's a abuser. Leave him. My whole family is military for several generations back. Since he likes making you feel like garbage, let me talk to him for a little bit so he can hear what trash talk really is. Even as a woman, I have heard every insult under the sun just about. It breaks down the soul and makes you feel worthless. Your weight isn't bad for your height. There is nothing wrong with curvy women. I am curvy too. You don't deserve to be abused. Please find the strength to leave him. What he said sounds like a threat to me. I want 5 minutes with that guy to give him a talking to he won't forget. Pick one of the 50 reasons he's given you and dump this guy. Then raise your standards. By a lot. He's an alcoholic and addict. Wow, I don't understand why he treats you like shit. It's a real mystery. Even Sherlock can't work this one out. But whatever you do, keep dating drug and alcohol addicts. That's a recipe for success. Why exactly are you with this guy? He sounds like quite the charmer.